Okay, Daksh, so what are we doing today?
Word ladders.
Okay, so this is the daily word ladders. Okay, so these are the daily. Okay, so this is the daily word ladders for grade 1 and 2. Okay, this book is by Timothy V. Rasinski. Okay, I hope I pronounced his last name correctly. Okay, now we'll go down and you can see we have around around 160 165 pages of word ladders, right? So let's go to the first one. Okay, the first one is, let me write this. Okay, so this is the first word ladder, right? So we'll start from the bottom, right? So what you have to do is you have to read the clues, then you have to read the clues and then write the word ladders starting from the bottom, right? Okay, so let me increase the size a little. Okay, so the first word is cow. Okay, can you come back a little please? Okay. The first word is cow, right? And the second word we have to figure it out from this sentence. Okay, so it says a small bed that can be, it's a small, okay, let me select the highlighter. Okay, it's a small bed that can be, okay, let me reduce a little. Okay, it's a small bed that can be folded and put away, right? So they are saying change the last letter. Okay, so that means the first two letter, okay, remains the same. Okay, so it is C O are the first two letters that remains the same. Okay, so we have to change the last letter. Instead of a W, we have to write another letter that conveys the meaning of this sentence. So what is that? So it's a small bed that can be folded and put away. Go ahead and write it.
T-O-T.
Cot. Correct. So cot is a small bed that can be folded and put away. Likewise, let's try the next one. What is the next one? Not that one, this one.
A pan used for cooking. Mom makes soup in a big dash.
So you have to
Change
change the first letter. So the second letter and the third letter remains the same, correct? So can you write down the second letter and the third letter? Not, oh, okay, you want to write the answer? So you know the answer. So it's a pot. Okay, so let's see the next one.
Animal that lives with a person. Change the vowel. Whoa.
Yeah, correct. So the first letter and the last letter remains the same. So what is the first letter? P and the last letter T. So instead of O, you will write E, which is pet. So the pet animals, they live with people, right? Okay, let's move on to the next one.
A deep hole in the ground. Change the vowel.
Okay, so again the first letter and the last letter remains the same. Instead of E, you have to write another letter which is I, correct? So it is pit. Pit is a deep hole in the ground. Okay, very good. So let's see the last one.
Farm animal with a snout and curly
Tail.
tail. Change the last letter.
So it's a farm animal with a snout and curly tail. So you have to change the last letter. So you have a hint. So you can see on the top left side you have a pig. Right? I'm sorry, I think I gave you the answer. Yeah, correct. So it has a snouty nose and curly tail. Okay. So let's move on to the next one, Daksh.
You should have say an animal blowing bubbles.
Blowing bubbles? That's funny. Okay, do you want to write? I'm sorry, do you want to write your name here?
No.
Oh, okay. So let's look at the next ladder. It's dinner's. Dinner is ready. Okay, so what is the first word? Bite. Okay, so a small amount is called what? And the hint is take away the last letter.
Bite.
So you just have to take away the last letter. T. No. Yes, correct.
Bit.
Bit is a small amount. Okay, so you will say a bit of sugar. That means a small amount of sugar. Okay, let's look at the next one.
A batter
Does this
does this
to a baseball.
to a baseball. Change the first letter.
A batter does this to a baseball. Change the first letter. Hit.
Hit.
Correct. So a batter will hit the ball to a baseball, right? So hit is the right word. Okay. This is worn on the head. So change the vowel. Correct. So instead of height, you will write what? What do you wear on your head?
T.
No, it's not hat. It's hat. Right? So let's look at the next one, Daksh. Change opposite of thin. Change the first letter.
Change the first letter.
What is the first opposite of thin? Huh? It's fat. Write it again. F-A-T, fat. Okay, the last one. What do you do to food? Change the first letter. What do you do with food? You eat. Correct. Okay, so let's move on to the next word ladder. Okay, so let's come from the bottom. So the first letter is N. So part of a fish, add one letter to the beginning. So I-N is the second and third letter. So write it down. Second and third letter is I-N. Okay. So what is the part? So can you name some parts of the fish? Or you just say what would be the part of the fish if the second letter is I and the last letter is N? It's called fin. F-I-N, fin. Okay. Okay, let's look at the next one. This blows hair. I'm sorry, air, not hair. This blows air. Change the vowel. Correct. So what blows air? fan. Correct.
Sleeping on the wrong
Okay.
mattress
Next
got you
one.
booting all night
A
while
pig
apartment
is a
heats up?
short
Try to
and
sleep happily bonded
dash.
with
Change the
Space
last
My
letter.
mattress. 100%
Short
optimized.
and
Choose your preferred size,
Short
soft, medium, or firm, and sleep in
fat.
comfort.
correct.
To
So the first
www.space.com
two letters will
and get
remain the
yours now.
same. They are saying to change the last letter, which is fat. Correct. An animal that has kittens. Change the first letter. So write down the second letter and the third letter, which is A and oh, you already know the answer. Cat. Correct. You use scissors to do this. Change the vowel.
Yeah.
So what do you do with the scissors? Cut. Opposite of in. What is the opposite of in? Out. Correct. So you just change the first letter from C to O. So it's out. So let's look at the last one. Or we'll do one more after this. Okay. Red is the first word. Okay. A place to sleep. Change the first letter.
Red.
Bed. Correct. Okay. To make a guess.
To make a guess, I
Dash. It will rain today. Change the last letter. So the first two letters will remain same. So B and E will remain same. Bet. Correct. I bet it will rain today. Okay. Next one, to pat gently. I want to dash the horse. Change the first letter. So the second letter and third letter will be same. E-T, write it at the end. So what do you want to do with horse usually? To pat gently. Not sure if I know this. Let me check. The answer is pet. P-E-T, pet. So you pet. So patting on your back is also called as pet. Okay. So you want to pet the horse. Okay, next one. The seed of a peach. Change the vowel.
E.
Correct. So first letter will be P and the second letter will be.
Of a peach.
You have to change the second letter. First letter and last letter will remain the same. So what is the second letter?
Need of a peach.
It's pit. P-I-T. That's the seed of a peach. Let's look at the next one. Used to attach things to clothes. Let me dash your name tag to your shirt. Change the last letter. So the first letter P and the second letter I will remain same. So you just have to change the last letter. So how do you attach things or clothes? Using a pin. isn't it? Not W. Correct. Okay, use the pencil again. Okay, let's see the last one. A color made by mixing red and white. Add the letter to end. So what color do you get if you mix red and white?
Pink.
Correct. So write that. So you are just adding one letter at the end, which is K. So pin becomes pink. Right. So let's do the last letter. Okay. So this is animal enemies. Okay. So dog. Okay. A small round spot. Change the last letter. So DO remains the same. So what is a small round spot? What do you call? What is another word for spot?
Spot.
Dot.
Dot.
D-O-T dot. Correct. The next one. A flower can be. Don't shake this. Wait. Put your hands here. Okay. A flower can be planted in this. Change the first letter. So second letter O and the last letter T remains the same. So where do you plant the flower? Correct. Pot. Okay. A sudden loud sound. Change the last letter. Yeah, what is a sudden? It's a sudden sound. Pop. P-O-P. Pop. Okay. Next one. Opposite of bottom. Change the first letter. So what is the opposite of bottom?
Bottom. Change the
First letter.
letter. Bottom.
Top. Isn't it? The top and bottom. Okay. Next one. To touch lightly. Change the vowel.
O.
Correct. So to touch lightly. If I touch you lightly, then it's called tap. T-A-P. Tap. Tapping on your back. Next one. A baseball player wears this on his head. Change the first letter. So what do you wear on head? What do you wear on head? Not map. You don't wear a map on head. You wear what? Cap. A pet. Next one. A pet that dogs like to chase. Change the last letter. Cat. Correct. Okay. Alright. So say thank you for watching to all your viewers. Don't want to say it?
Thank
I know you're swearing, but you have to end this video. So you have to say
you for watching, guys.
okay and say please like and subscribe to my channel.
Like and subscribe to my channel.
Bye now.
Bye now.